We begin tonight with deadly storm aftermath. It's been 1 week since devastating severe weather ripped through parts of Ohio.
Yeah, just hours ago, in fact, Governor Mike DeWine announced he's requesting FEMA to assess the damage in 11 counties, including Logan County. That's, of course, where 3 people died. He's also looking at Richland County. And
that's where we begin tonight. The chief, Betsy Kling, is breaking down the abnormally high number of tornadoes we're seeing so far this year. But let's begin with Kaitor K. He's live in Richland County, speaking with residents today, 1 week after that EF2 tornado ripped through the area.
And I said, get in the basement, and she did, and then, I don't know, 5 minutes later, she's like, I don't know what happened.
That was last Thursday night when an EF2 tornado ripped through Plymouth in Richland County.
I contacted my neighbor over there. He said, as soon as it clears, you need to get home. And I did, and this is what I came home to.
Chad Stumbo thankful that he, his wife, and neighbors made it through safely. But 1 week later...
Now it's just hectic, just slowly trying to get things moving to recover or, see what we can do to get moving forward.
2 vehicles completely wrecked, an uprooted tree, blown out windows in his home, and his garage gone, taken with the intense winds that the National Weather Service say were 120 miles per hour. Stumbo says it's been a slow process waiting for insurance to evaluate the cost of damage so they can start making home repairs.
It's just devastating. I mean, and I don't have near the loss that people on down the road from me do or across the street. It's just, I can only imagine what they're going through, Right now, this looks cosmetic to me, and I'm hoping that's all it is that can be fixed. But, there's places down the road that are already been told that they're going to have to rebuild, and I don't know what I'd do in that situation.
So we reached out to Richland County Emergency Management today, and they say that cleanup efforts continue throughout Plymouth. And they also added that all the affected homes do have insurance, and those homeowners are just waiting for their insurance companies to get back with them. But next up, we're going to toss things over to Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling, who was in this exact spot last week. And Betsy, you're going to give us the new details on this year's very active pre-severe weather season.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not even officially severe weather season. We are in the midst of Severe Weather Awareness Week here in the state of Ohio right now, so it's a perfect time to be able to kind of catch up with a snapshot of where we are. As far as the preliminary reports to the National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center, we have had 26 tornadoes in the state of Ohio just this year. Of the 26 tornadoes, we have had 5 that are at EF2 strength or greater. Possibly. Remember, these are still preliminary reports. Those have been indicated here in the darker red colors. That does include the Plymouth tornado. And then when you kind of put it into perspective of what we would typically get in an entire year, an entire year's worth of tornadoes on average is 19. So we are off to a record start to this tornado season. But really to kind of frame it out into the national perspective here, our 26 tornadoes for 2024 stacks up this way against other preliminary tornado reports from other states. We are number 2 in the country right now. Let me say that again. We are number 2 in the entire country. Florida is number 1. And so far, the Plain states seem to be having a very slow start to their season. We are in our fastest warming season right now, winter into spring. We have seen warmer temperatures over the past 30 years, and that will increase those regional tornado trends. Anywhere where you see these yellower shades, the brown shades, that does get right up into Ohio. That means those warming trends could mean more favorable conditions, maybe earlier in the season or throughout the season, and that includes us here in Ohio. Russ?
Betsy, we'll see you in just a bit. Thank you.